no matter the color of your skin, which sexual orientation you have, which religion you are, which bathroom you choose, what your passport says about you, which religion you are, it doesn't matter. You're warmly welcome to my channel. If you have any questions or opinions about me on my channel, don't hesitate to let me know under the comments. And my So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the content today, I'm going to tell you my methods that how I know 5 languages, like how I know to speak these languages. Actually, I have a lot of techniques to learn a language, so I'll share these things with you. I'm a little bit sleepy and tired now, but I have to shoot a video for this week. That's why please don't mind my mistakes in English. So let's get started. I know 5 languages. It's Azerbaijani, Turkish, English, and a little bit of Russian and a little bit of Spanish. Actually, currently I'm learning Spanish. I'm on B1 level. So yes. Actually, first of all, I just want to tell you that my native language is English, but sometimes I didn't practice to talk in English with someone. That's why I a little bit forgot it, but I'm still improving myself about English. But I have to say that I didn't learn Turkish, Azerbaijani and Russian with showing an effort, because I was always hearing in these languages. Like, the first technique method that I want to say to you is when you learn a language, you should hear. Like, you should hear a lot of things in that language. It will fill your subconscious mind with a lot of that language. I mean, like, there are a lot of people in here who are talking in Azerbaijani and Russian. That's why I heard a lot. Like, I didn't show any effort to learn these languages. Like, I learned this language when I was a child. Of course, yes, I know Azerbaijani professionally, but Russian not that professional, but I can still understand and I can talk a little bit in Russian. Anyways, but Turkish, I learned Turkish while I'm watching TV shows, movies. Like, I was always hearing things. My advice to you is, when you start to learn a language, start to watch movies. Don't say that I don't know a lot of words, I don't know a lot of things about this language. Just open videos in that language and start to listen it all day. I know it will be difficult to understand those words, because when I started to learn Spanish, I literally didn't understand any word. Like, it was like someone who is just talking like blah blah blah. But when time passes, you will see that there'll be, as you learn, there'll be a lot of words in your subconscious mind, and as you hear those words, you'll get used to it. So as you hear, you'll learn a language. That's why my advice to you is, when you start to learn a language, download podcasts, watch a lot of YouTubers on YouTube. Maybe you can listen a lot of songs and you can learn that song. It will be much more easier to understand that language when you hear somebody talking in this language. The second advice is, you have to speak a lot of times. Actually, maybe you heard these advices a lot of times before, but as a person who is multilingual, I just want to advise these things to you, because these things are really important to learn a language. Of course, you have to learn a lot of words, but first of all, you have to hear a lot of words. Like, you have to watch, even if you don't understand. I know it will be very boring at the first times, but you know what? Practice will make it much more better. As you hear it, you will get used to it. So the second is, you have to speak. I know there will not be a lot of people for you to talk in that language. I can understand that. Maybe you're in another country, but there are a lot of talking apps to talk in that language with somebody else. Actually, I don't know the names, but the best one I can offer to you is Cambly. It's with money, I think, but they give you minutes for free for some time period. You can also try it. I think it's very beneficial for learning English, and there are a lot of English tutorials. Actually, this video is not sponsored by them, but I want to tell you because it helped me a lot to practice my English. And the second thing, I always speak, even if I don't have a lot of friends to speak in English. Actually, I do have, but it's not that much. That's why I started to talk in front of the videos, and I wanted to make my videos in English to practice my English and make it good. At the same time, you can also watch my Spanish videos. I'll put the links down below, or you can also watch them in my channel. Like, I'm trying to talk every time, even if I have a lot of grammar mistakes or talking mistakes. I don't mind it, because if you want to know and learn a language, you have to speak no matter what. Of course, there will always be that worries that how I will talk this language. I'm so shy to talk it. I will do grammar mistakes, but you know what? The only way to learn and speak a language is just to speak. Sometimes you can just open a camera and talk to yourself in that language. Believe me, it's not that silly as you think. I think it will be beneficial. So I want to offer apps for you to learn language. Actually, first of all, I use Duolingo. Actually, it's a very good app because it's like a game you can enjoy by learning it. There are a lot of languages, I think, like Spanish, German, or other languages. Actually, it's very good because they give you a sentence to translate it, and they will give in that language. For example, they give you a sentence in Spanish, you have to translate it to English. They also give you a sentence, then you have to repeat that word by a voice. Actually, I think it's a really good app to learn a language. The second one is Drop. Actually, now it's with money. I'm saying it again, it's not sponsored, but I wish it was. But anyways, Drop is also a good app to learn a lot of words. Actually, not sentences. The sentence is good for Duolingo. Yes, you can also use Drop, and actually if you're learning English, you have to, actually first of all, you have to download Cambly, and you can talk with tutors actually. Then how many words I learn in a day? Actually, every day I learn 10 academic words in English, like, you know, that's SAT, IELTS words, because I want my English to be more academically, not like just simple. And I learned like 20 words from Spanish. Actually, I wanted to learn more words, but you know what, then I realized that I want to learn more, better. Like, I wanted to memorize it better. That's why I learn every day 20 words of Spanish, and I do practice a lot in a day. Like, I learn this word, okay, like 15 minutes or something, I start to practice it again. Then 1 hour after, I start to practice again. Don't forget that when you learn a words, like 20 words, I also repeat it and practice it the day after. You have to practice all day to learn a language. In the first time, maybe it will be hard, but as you hear, as you speak, as you learn the words, you will get better. Of course, we all know that nothing is that easy, or nothing is piece of cake, but you have to know that, and it's not impossible. You can do everything you want. You can learn every language you want. Nothing is that much harder as you think, you know. Anyways, actually, the last thing I just want to say is you have to also practice reading, like, or writing. Actually, no matter, maybe you'll have a lot of grammar mistakes, maybe in Spanish or something, but start to read in that language. Reading is also so good. When I started to learn Turkish, I started to write books. Actually, I'm so good now, and I'm writing books. I have a lot of books because I'm professionally, and I also joined a lot of groups with Turkish people, and I started to talk to them, send voice messages, start to write and read a lot of books in Turkish. That's why I practice a lot, and I know perfectly. Like, my advice for you is, do not be shy to know a language, learn a language, to talk in that language. It doesn't matter if you speak with grammar mistakes or something. Once you start to speak in that language, first of all, you'll see that, okay, you have a lot of mistakes or something, but then you'll realize that you're getting better each day. You have to know that when you start to a language, it will not be a piece of cake. It will not be that easy. Maybe it will get bored, and you will think that you can talk in that language. I still have that feeling when I learn Spanish, but you know what? I understand Spanish in a good level. I'm not professional, of course. I don't know all the words, but you know what? I can make up a sentence. I can talk, and I can understand a lot of things. Not perfectly, but I'm trying, and I'll try to do my best. So don't forget my advices about these things, and I hope you like this video. If you have any other techniques to learn languages, you can also let me know down below. And don't forget to follow my social media, stalk me, ask me questions, and tell me your opinions. And don't forget to subscribe my channel. See you next time. Goodbye.